Hi, my name's Ivy and I run the Instagram Coupon Made Simple, and I want to go over my most asked question. So aisle, if you've heard of that, is my number one asked question that I receive. So I want to just go over some basics with aisle and give you guys some advice and just give you some information about it. So aisle is a website and an app now. When you sign up, all you do is give your phone number and that's it. Once you give your phone number, you might give your zip code too, but that's the only information you ever give to aisle is your phone number and your zip code. They do not ask for any other information. So that is like, honestly, I think such a refreshing thing is to sign up for something and not have to give so much information, especially not your email, because we all know those emails are crazy, especially when you're a couponer, because you get so many. Once you sign up, you're going to enter that information, then you're going to receive a text. You're going to receive a text that's going to give you the information to the offer. This text will state all the information that you honestly need. So read that text message. It's going to tell you if size matters or anything. Usually it's okay. Everything's very lenient with aisle unless it specifies. So if something says in-store only, make sure you follow that. Sometimes, there's loopholes or sometimes people will still try it out and it will work. But if it says in-store only, I definitely recommend doing in-store only for those offers because you might not get your rebate. If you don't have the app, I recommend downloading it because it's just way easier to pop on that app real quick and see if you have any new offers or any offers that you're looking for. It also now is like categorized by store, so you can like click Target and it will show you all your Target offers. aisle has become a lot easier in so many ways. There's also a phone number that is like the standard aisle phone number now that you can text all your receipts too, but I'm going to talk about that later because I've not had the best experience with the aisle phone number itself. So my recommendations in that, well, I'll get to that later when we're submitting a receipt. So once you get the offer, you're going to then analyze, always think before you go running to stores. Always plan ahead with couponing. I just want to say that trying to do it in store, especially with kids, is really, really hard. Even when I do this every single day and I still struggle. Once you find that offer, you're going to either order it online or you're going to go in store and buy it. There's two different ways you can do this. So, or you can do pickup too. But again, make sure it specifies if it's in store only or not, because you do not want to, you don't want to order something and then have to return it, of course, or have to not get paid for it. Yeah. So there's 4 different ways we can submit our receipt after we get our order delivered or after we buy the product at the store. So the first way is the way that you got the offer is the text message. So you're going to just reply to the text message with your receipt and that's it. You don't have to say anything and they will get back to you. They'll either say, we got your receipt, give us time to process. They will say, hey, we got your receipt, here's your refund money, expect it to come within this amount of time. It's usually, I think, 24 to 48 hours, but I will talk about that. Another thing later is that's not always true. And then your third thing is we cannot read this receipt, please resend. So with submitting online, that does happen a lot. So I just want to give you that heads up because you're going to send in your receipt and they're going to say, hey, we can't read this. And you're going to go, oh my gosh, did I mess up? No, it's okay. This happens to me every single time I submit an online receipt. Keep resending, keep sending screenshots until they say, okay. You want to make sure that it shows the whole number of the whole total item of you want to see the numbers on there. Wants to see how much they're going to reimburse you. If you're not showing that, they're not going to try to go and figure it out. They're just going to say, hey, we need to know that. They also want to see date and all of that, everything that makes sense when submitting a receipt. You don't like discounts, so discounts help, but it can also be tricky because if you get a discounted item, they might not give you the credit for the discount, if that makes sense. You can make money with aisle, but it's not as easy as submitting to Ibotta, where Ibotta is not gonna fault you for taking $1 off your product. They're still gonna give you whatever they said they're gonna give you. aisle will give you whatever you spend. So just remember that. In some cases, yes, they will give you a little bit more. You'll see people post. Try to just stay organized and simple, because once you start getting out of hand like that and copying what everyone else is doing, that's when you start confusion, and that's when you start losing your money and your rebates, because you're following what everyone else is doing. And yes, we want to do that, but to a T, you know, to a point. You don't want to do that so much that you're getting the same luck that this other person is getting. You can submit to the phone number that texted you. You can submit to the whole aisle number that I was talking about before. So I'm going to go back over this real quick. So aisle has a full number now that is just strictly aisle rebates. You can submit your receipt to just that number, and they will pick up what products that you currently have with aisle on that receipt. But so what I was saying before is that I've never had good experience with this. They never pick up my offers. I always have to, they say, hey, text back what products you bought, and we'll go back and look at your receipt. So I'll send them a list of every single product I bought and the price and everything, and they never, I don't think it worked. It doesn't work for me. It might work for you. And that's another advice too. Something that works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. So just remember that with couponing. So you can submit your receipt to the phone number it texted you, to the aisle standard number that texts you, or you can go into the app and submit your receipt that way. Which is just going to take you right back to your text message, which it is nice because if you're like me, I get so many text messages a day, especially with aisle, that I can't keep up with them. You know, I can't go back and try to find them. And sometimes I search in my messages, I still don't find them. So aisle is nice for that. The app also, same with the website, but the website is not as user-friendly, at least in my opinion, on my iPhone. You know, I know Android could be different as well. The app is really user-friendly because they will, you know, they'll put all your offers in one area, so you can just go and see what you've already clicked, and then you can go and submit your receipt from there. So another thing I wanted to talk about is aisle customer service. So the number one thing you're going to hear from people talking about aisle is how horrible their customer service is, and that is a true statement. I love aisle, but they do not have good customer service. I think that they're run mostly by bots. It seems like you're talking to a bot most of the time until you say that you want a person. So to talk to customer service, you have to text support in your text message, and then a person will get notified and then get back to you within whatever 24 to 48 hours. In my experience, I've gotten a person back probably 50% of the time. It's rare. Usually I have to just keep texting them. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the bonuses. So May 2025, we all, well, not us all, a lot of us got $1.50 bonus. From my experience, it is mostly people who use the aisle offers a lot, because I've seen some people who didn't get the bonus, and it was people who don't really use the offers that much. May was great. We had $1.50 on every extra item we got. So you get free items and then you get an extra $1.50. We got this money separately just to let you know. So I would get reimbursed for my dog treats, whatever, $4.87. In a couple days, I then get my $1.50 bonus. So I just want to let you know it's separated and it will take some time. Aisle's all gonna take some time right now, okay? A lot of people are signed up. We have the bonuses going. People are going crazy. So you have to be patient, okay? There's lots of quick turnarounds with couponing, but aisle's not a quick turnaround, unfortunately. So I just want to let you know. So June 2025, we have a new bonus. Some people got $2. I only seen like 4 people get $2 out of everyone I've asked. So I don't know why they pick and choose these bonuses, but they do. And everyone else I've seen got $1, and then some people didn't get anything. I got $1. I'm very grateful for that, and I hope that you are too, for whatever you get or what you don't get, because at the end of the day, this is a blessing that we all should be grateful for. Follow me on Instagram, Coupon Made Simple. Message me anytime, just not complaining. Thank you so much for listening today, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Bye.